All right. Hello, hello. Trying to get it to like get on everything. I'm sitting here just playing with features at this point. I mean, here we go. Here we go. I think I'm on. All right. Yeah. It's just been one of those days, I believe. I have. Yep, yep, yep. All right. Well, happy new moon in Virgo. Is it until like 9:30 tonight, 9:20? But, we know it's that time. I'm trying to look at my phone. It tells me what time it is. I don't know. It's like 9:20. It's later, but it's still happening. So I figured why not come on and do some readings for the new moon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through every sign of the zodiac, pull a card. And this is nice because what you can do is take your moon sign, your rising sign, your sun sign, and kind of create your own full reading for the moon, for this new moon. So, with our new moons, we want to, it's all about new beginnings. This is when we are planting the seed for the lunar month, and you can set your intentions, what it is that you really want to happen. And the most important part is action steps because we can wish all we want and nothing's going to happen unless we actually do something. I'm trying to get my stupid chat. Okay, there we go. I was trying to this chat wasn't cooperating. So yeah, and with Virgo, is a very, organized sign. So organizing, maybe your intention could be organizing something in your life or even just your house. Maybe it's time to kind of do a refresh all the way around. And also too, I like this new moon for kind of setting the intention for the rest of the year because we are starting to go into the darker months. And a lot of time that is for reflection, you know, planning and that sort of thing. So, kind of like getting ready for next year, even though we're in just September. So, anywho, I'm trying to shuffle. I was just on with Devin and I was just talking about this whole shuffling business because I am really a sloppy shuffler. I have small hands. I can't help it. That's just what happens. So I'm going to also be doing a new moon candle spell a little bit later. So if you'd like me to add your intention to it, give it a little extra magical boost, for sure, put it in the comments and I will do that. And then after I'm done with this, I got to finish editing. Continue editing my book, which happens to be about magical manifesting with the moon. So I am writing a book with Llewellyn, and it is all about this. And what I really am trying, it's really about giving you a structure, exactly what to do on every phase of the moon. There's, altar information, there's tarot stuff, all of that in there. And I really like it too because I want to be able to kind of convey what manifesting is and what it isn't because it's kind of a buzzword right now, not always the greatest type of buzzword, and it can be frustrating because sometimes people get a little carried away with the word and it makes it kind of yucky and we don't want that word to be yucky. So this is really about tapping into your magic to make more magic. And it isn't about just, oh, I'm gonna, manifest a bazillion dollars and, a huge house and all of that, which, I wouldn't want to mess with. I have a pretty decent sized house because I have a million sized kids, a million kids, not a million size kids. And, somebody's got to clean that. I mean, I think people need to really think about what it is they want to bring in. I think it's important for sure. So let me see. My intention for this new moon is to finally get past my health and stop letting it hold me back. I love that. Yes. Yes, yes. And I'm right there with you. I've had some crazy this summer health crap going on, and I'm about over it. Over it. So I'm right there with you. It's time to move past all of it. Let's do it. I'm definitely on board with that for sure. I'm just looking at my comments on Instagram. It's easier to look on my phone. So I am using the Wiser Tarot today. This is published by US Games. Let me show you. Wiser Tarot. And actually, it just made me think of, I have my Stardust Wanderer Tarot deck that was funded on Kickstarter. It's at the printers, being born right now. Being born. I can't wait to see it. I got the tarot cloths just came in. I got all the other little goodies. So I'm really excited about that. And hopefully those will be going out in November-ish. Excuse me. It depends on once it gets on the boat, floats its way here. So we're just hoping that's going to go fast, no complications, and it'll show up. I don't know what port it comes into. I would assume New York City because I live in New York, but one never knows. And you know what? I never did that before, so we'll see what happens. But I also have a deck coming out with Llewellyn. I think next summer it'll be out, possibly. Right now the working title is Enchanted Forest Felines, and it's really cute. And if you scroll on my feed, which wherever you're at, or go to my Instagram, it's the easiest. You can see some pictures of that deck as well. So, and I'm hoping too that my book will be out next year, and that would be really cool. And so there's lots of things happening. It's always good. In a couple weeks, I am speaking at Newt's, and that is in Portland, Oregon. There are Zoom options too, so you can go to northwesttarotsymposium.com, get more information on there. Also, again, if you're on my feed, if you scroll down, I posted recently about it. And also, I'm going to be doing a virtual event in mid-October for the World Divination Association. I happen to be the director of the World Spiritual Association. And so you can also go to the link in my bio for all of that information too. And I don't know. I haven't decided what I'm going to talk about at the World Divination event yet. So if there's something you'd like to know about spirituality, about tarot, divination, throw an idea out there. Maybe I'll talk about it. So for Newt's, the subject I'm talking about, actually, it's been a really interesting just coming up with how the flow of it's going to go. So I'm talking about handling sex and tarot readings. And that's something that comes up sometimes without us even realizing it. It just pops up. So just kind of talking about that and really making it comfortable for everybody, and working on boundaries on both ends, everybody and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm really just using it to empower, because that's what we use tarot for. Hello. I am not doing individual readings right now. Ooh, almost dropped my cards. I'm going to be pulling a card for every sign of the zodiac. So that's how you'll get your reading. So yeah, so it's really been very interesting. I am also a nurse, so I've done a lot of counseling on kind of that end too. So it's really cool to be able to tie it all in together. And so I'm really excited about that. And what else? What else is going on? I'm like looking down at my calendar. I will be picking up, I haven't been doing a lot of interviews lately. mostly because I've had all this other nonsense going on. But I am in the middle of editing my book and all of that, so I really do need to kind of give my attention to that. But I have a whole list of people that I'm going to be interviewing, and if you want to check out any of the past interviews, you can. If you go to YouTube, my YouTube channel, that's probably the easiest place to check them all out. I love talking to everybody. I love getting to know everyone. Most of them, are great friends now. So that's definitely something I will be doing. Picking up very soon. Probably after I go to Newt's, which is at the end of the month. I actually go the day after my birthday. 27th is my birthday. So the 29th, off to Portland I go. And so probably sometime after that, I'll pick up doing my interviews again. So also, if there's anybody in particular you'd like me to interview, if I haven't interviewed them before, let me know. So let's get to it, shall we? Because I really do. Now I'm kind of stalling, but I'm not stalling, but I am, but I'm not. One of those things. All right, so we're going to just start right at the top. I'm right at Aries. So Aries, we got the Two of Pentacles. So for you, for this new moon, maybe really working on your balance, whether that's work, home, mind, body, whatever that is. It seems, Aries, that that's what your focus needs to be on for this new moon. And that really is, that's actually a really good card to get. That's a really, I like that. I think that's good. Or if it's like, you're like, I don't need to redo anything. I don't need to work on anything. Sorry, Aries, you do. And I'm pretty sure you know what it is. All right, so Taurus, let's see what we got for you, Taurus. So Taurus, we have the Ace of Wands. Ooh, I like that. Taurus, what new action are you starting? Like if you are wondering whether to start something or create something, this is your S. Your yes. Your S. Oh, yeah. It's been that kind of day. So definitely, whatever it is, you just grab it and you go. It's time. It's time to start whatever that is. All right. Hold on. I gotta move. I'm like sitting on my foot and it totally just fell asleep. So for our Geminis, we have the Devil. So for you, I feel like maybe you need to kind of look at some of the habits that you have. Maybe there is a habit, Gemini, that isn't the best, and you need to focus on that and focus working on that. Maybe it's time to, change that up a little bit. Or, it could also be that maybe you know that you're not doing something that you should be. So let's be simple with something like maybe you're not drinking enough water during the day, or you're not taking care of your health like you should. So that is kind of your reminder of, okay, this is maybe what you need to focus on for this new moon, starting a new habit. So Cancers. All right, Cancers, we have the Knight of Swords. Ooh, I like the colors in this deck, I have to say. So Knight of Swords. So moving energy, swords, our thoughts, our words, and that sort of thing. So for you, Cancers, maybe it is you need to think about working on communication and how you're delivering it and making sure you are delivering it. Maybe that things have been going on and you've just been keeping it all to yourself. Not a good idea. And for me, like the purplish background, like to me, that's almost like a stormy kind of thing. So I feel like that if you're not expressing yourself and really speaking your truth, or if you don't start doing that, you're going to get stormy. So think about that, Cancers. Think about how that works. Yeah, I really do like the colors in these. They're really pretty. And they're very muted. I tend to like, I like very bold colors most times, but like this one's very soothing. I feel like this is a good like counseling deck, right? Like if you're like, okay, or even if you're doing readings for yourself and you need to like really just be gentle with yourself, I feel like this is a good deck to use. All right. All right, let's see. So that brings us to Leo. All right, Leos. Ooh, Leo, we have the Hermit. So I feel like for you, it's all about going inside, not even just like in your house, but I feel like, and you kind of see he's holding his lantern. Like, just because you go internal doesn't mean that you're dulling your you can still be about, you can still be doing the things that you do, but instead of focusing more on the outside self, it's more of like, instead of focusing on your sun, focus on your moon and your emotions right now, because I feel like that's really where your balance may need to be. And maybe that for the new moon, that is something that you can work on or just give attention to. It's not necessarily we have to work on these things all the time, but it's, when that card shows up, it just might need a little extra love. And maybe that even is, you need to give yourself a little more self-care. Maybe you're not, maybe you're staying up too late and you're not getting enough rest, right? It could be as simple as that. It doesn't always have to be something gloom and doom and super intense. And sometimes it is, but sometimes it is just like that everyday stuff, because if if you're not taking care of these little things, then they snowball into bigger things, right? All right. Ah, all right. Well, we had a jumper here. So for Virgo, in our Virgo new moon, we have the Two of Wands. So for you, Virgos, embrace this. But I also feel like this is kind of a reminder that you do have a handle on what you're doing and you do have a handle on what's going on around you. Virgo, sometimes, you like to have control sometimes of the situation, which is totally fine. But you also need to kind of look out and see what other possibilities there are. And that could really come in the form of other people's, advice, perspective, and that sort of thing. So I feel like for you, Virgos, it's more of like, considering the other perspectives around you. Maybe you're not going to necessarily agree with them, or if it's advice, take the advice. But sometimes just getting that, even if it's a perspective that you don't enjoy or you don't like, it kind of makes you think about things, and it makes you think about what's going on or how you're feeling about it, and that can lead to growth. Oh my gosh, my stomach's growling. Hopefully you can't hear that. All right, so where does that leave us? To Libras, which we are getting close to Libra season. Like I mentioned before, my birthday's 27th, so I am a Libra. Strength. So I think for you, Libras, with this new moon, it's really about leaning into your strength and knowing that you're strong and knowing that you are capable of taking on hard things and that you can do it. I just kind of feel like right now it's about being kind to yourself. Maybe things haven't been going the way you have wanted them to. Maybe you have been hard on yourself. Maybe you're kind of just feeling some sort of way. And I feel like this card's just like, you know what? You need to tap back into that strength and that energy. And I kind of like the lion matches my hair. Like it kind of matches the color of my hair. So that's kind of cool. But Libras, you're stronger than you're giving yourself credit for. All right. So that leaves us to our Sagittarius. All right. All right, Sag. What do we got for you? So we have that Nine of Wands. I feel like that you're just doing way too much, you've started so many new things. Now it's kind of like your oh shit moment. Like, what did I do? So for you, Sagittarius, I think it's about kind of paring down, sorting through your options, what's going on for you, and really prioritizing what you need to be doing, what is going to benefit you right now, and all of the other stuff can wait. It can wait. I know you feel like you need to do it all, but you can't. So prioritize and really put your focus into those things. And then you can move on to the next set of things because there's always going to be a next set of things. We know how that goes. No, actually, I skipped. I think I must have known. I skipped over Scorpio and right to Sag. Isn't that funny? Auntie Mojo Jojo. Hello, by the way. I guess I did that on purpose because it was waiting for you. Because you said that and I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I did it. And so here we are. Oh, let me reshuffle. That was funny. That was funny that that happened because I'm like, look, I'm thinking about it and I'm like, wait a minute, I skipped right over you. So we got here. So we got the Eight of Pentacles. Work, work, work. So Scorpios, I feel that this is just kind of your encouragement to keep going. So just keep going, keep swimming, keep doing what you're doing because it is going to be successful. It's going to come to fruition the way you were hoping. And I feel that this is just your encouragement that you're doing the right thing and you are in the right place in the right time, all of those good things. So just keep it on. So there you go, Scorpio. Yeah, you were totally right on time. That was pretty cool. So then, right, we'll just skip up there, go to Capricorn. All right, Capricorns. So the Capricorn, we have the Four of Wands. So for you, for this new moon, I think it's really important for you to work on your base, building your base, reinforcing your base. And that can be home, that can be work, that can be just with yourself, that can be habits. But I do feel like that you need to give attention to that. And Capricorn, you are so good at delegating things and helping others and keeping everyone in check that maybe sometimes you aren't making sure your stuff is in check, right? So make sure to do that. And I think really taking that time to give attention to what your base things are and what's important to you is really what you need to do for this new moon. So then that brings us to Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Let's see. So Aquarius, we have here the Five of Cups. So maybe I think right now for you, it's really looking for a new perspective and changing your perspective because it's probably not really super positive right now. It's a weird piece of hair kind of doing a thing. And I think that for you, it is about changing that perspective. And I think doing it in a dramatic way. I think that you need to completely just 360 whatever it is that you're doing right now. Um, when you wake up, from the minute you wake up in the morning, I think you need to really work on changing your mindset in a more positive way because you may be starting to really focus on the negative or the things that aren't going your way. There's so much potential and there's so many things that can go your way, but you need to kind of feed that energy. Instead of feeding the what's wrong, let's feed the what's right. Right? So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. And then that leads us to Aquarius. Let's see. Yes. All right, Aquarius. Sometimes we just need to do a lot of shuffling. Ooh, I like this. Aquarius. So we have the Queen of Wands. So, it's kind of like that queen of action. So for this new moon for you, Aquarius, what are you doing? What queen of action moment are you going to have? What are you setting into play this month? And now this may be something too, for some reason, like popping in my head. So somebody out there must need this, is kind of starting a process. Like this isn't something that's going to happen right away, but I feel like for you, Aquarius, like it's starting a process. Like it's time for you to kind of really start setting the path for something new. And Now's the time. Now's the time to do it. See, and I like that too because, like, the Queen of Wands always has like the sunflowers. You kind of like these very fall-like colors. So I feel like, yes, this is the time for you to start um, kind of setting things into motion. And I feel like that's something that's more going to kind of come to fruition in the spring, like spring 2024. But it's important for you to start it now. Patience is key. So now we have Pisces. All right, Pisces. Here, Pisces, what do we have for you? Oh, we have the King of Swords. So Pisces, it's time for you to start speaking up. I think that's something that you need to do mindfully every single day. It's time for you to do that. It's time for you to really, step out of the emotion of a situation and really start setting boundaries. I think that's really important, and not worrying about so much how people are going to react to those boundaries. Because usually, if we set a boundary and if it's for a specific person and they react to it, kind of confirmation that that needed to be there. And we know that, right? We know that in our head, but sometimes emotionally it's a little bit harder. But just remind yourself why you need to set a boundary and why that needs to happen and why you need to stick to it. That's the important part. So, that is what we have for everybody. I got through all of the signs of the zodiac. You can always replay this during the month too if you just need a little reminder or encouragement, that sort of thing. It's perfect. And yeah, and I think that's really all I have for everybody today. And I will, like I said, I will be starting up some interviews probably in the next couple of weeks. Things have just been really kind of crazy lately, and it's been what is this nonsense? I am blocking people. I can't see when they go on here and like message me. I have an important message for you. You know what? You wouldn't be creeping if you did. Just saying. Just So anyway, I will also actually, I have so many reviews to do for, I have decks, I have some books, so keep an eye out for that too, because there's so many good things that have come out lately. And I really want to show everybody because I want you to really help support some of these authors and deck creators because that's what we do, right? That's what we do. And I think that's it. Oh, and you know what too? I actually was nominated for Best Teacher and the World Divination Association Awards. And so if you feel the need or if you'd like to help out, go ahead and link my bio and send a vote my way. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like it. I'd appreciate it very much. All right, guys, you have a wonderful day. A happy new moon. Go ahead and, manifest those things, right? And by manifesting those things, that's creating a plan, creating action steps. We can't just wish it to happen. You need to make it happen. All right, guys, have a great day.